My friend Janna used to speak to the dead. The parlor of her mother's house was always thick with people. She waited for them behind a heavy curtain and they asked her loads of questions. I've known Janna since we were children. We've always been the best of friends. She's like a sister, really. Probably closer, given that I don't even get along with my own sister the way I do with Janna. We just have more in common. One day, we stumbled upon something we shouldn't have. Is it still breathing?
No. Look, something's been eating at it. Poor creature's long gone.
There were sounds at Janna's readings. Wailing, howling, the room shook. Mad scratching came from the shadows, and Janna's eyes would roll back in her head until only a bright wet white showed. Sometimes Janna herself convulsed. In the voice of a missing child, she'd say,
"He drowned me beneath the weeping willow tree."
Or she would shriek about hellfire licking her skin into strips, carving her up with 1,000 burning tongues. I admit, at the time, we thought it a splendid diversion. Because I was what waited within the walls of Janna's mother's house. No ghosts, no spirits, no demons. Me, who would scratch and kick when I heard my cue. Me, who would shake the plates from the wall. I knew it was childish. We both did, I think. We agreed at the beginning to stop doing it once people stopped coming. But they didn't. They were so willing to spend so much love, so much pain on people who weren't capable of appreciating it. Not anymore. I felt embarrassed to listen to them, but compelled to all the same, and often held my breath throughout each session lest they realized there was something alive within the walls, that I wasn't something dead after all. We did try to think of ways for Janna to cease the sessions. We could pretend you've had an accident, you've hit your head and knocked all the spirits out.
Wouldn't a brush with death put me even closer in touch with the other side?
Brush with death? I wasn't proposing we crack your skull open. I just thought a bump might...
If there was one person on Earth who could hear you when you spoke, would you let them go because of a bump on the noggin?
And ultimately, we just left it. We went back to the sessions. We stopped talking about quitting altogether, like we never brought it up at all. My friend Janna is haunted. I'm not sure it's by a ghost. I've never seen a ghost before. Never even claimed to, but this thing I see and Janna doesn't. It has a heartbeat, I think. I've seen its insides pulse and catch fire, like branches of a dead tree lit up by lightning. But it happens so rarely, and the rest of the time, it exudes a terrible chill. I don't know if it can see me too. I pray it cannot. And the worst part is, I don't know how to tell her it's there. These days, she doesn't even want to do the readings anymore.
I am sick to death of foolish people. Let them chase their own ghosts.
Which is a relief, to be honest. But now all she does is write, and all she writes is nonsense. I can't help but picture it in her room as she dreams, these dreams she writes of how she sleeps, unaware it's even there, looming over her, silent, save for that red pulse. She becomes angry with me so easily now. I almost wonder if she can tell I'm hiding something. It's just that if I did tell her, I worry she might think I was making fun, being cruel, somehow lying, maybe even acting as though I'm special, more special than her because I can actually see ghosts and she can only play at it. I've been reading, even doing some writing of my own. If she so wishes to be left alone, then I'll leave her alone.
Yvonne, Janna's at the window. She's asking for you.
Now, tell her it's too late.
She says it's too late. She's tired.
Tell her I'll come back. Some night when she's rested. Some night she's awake. I'll come back.
Janna! Janna! Janna and I once saw a hare by the side of the road, dead. Janna! Killed by foxes. There was blood at its mouth, caking its fur. I'd been seized by the urge to touch it, but I hadn't, had I? Janna had. Janna touched it and I'd been too afraid. Too afraid, and of what? Of what? The entire village is looking for her now. Everyone's upset she's missing, of course.
Yvonne!
I can't help but wonder,
Yvonne.
would they still want to find her if they knew how long she'd fooled them?
Yvonne!
I'll never tell, obviously.
Yvonne!
Wherever she's gone.
Yvonne!
What? What is it? She's still my friend.